I always aspired to do great things. I had the desire to improve, to become the greatest version of myself and to accomplish my goals. But I was insecure and I doubted my capabilities. Because of that, I took no action. And as a result, I felt worse about myself. That led me to create this negative perspective about me that would then color my days and only add up to the already negative perspective that I had on me. Until I learned that the reason why I was doubtful about me and my capabilities was because the habits that I was doing on a day-to-day basis weren't aligned to my goals. Of course I was feeling bad. If I think back to it, what kind of lifestyle was I living? Every morning, I would pick up my phone and I would start scrolling on social media. I would watch YouTube videos instead of getting up and actually doing the work that was aligned to accomplishing my goals. Back then, I wanted to become an artist. And I always told myself, I am going to become the greatest artist that ever came from Belgium, especially from the city of Antwerp. But my actions weren't matching that what I was telling myself. And so there was a misalignment within the person that I am and the person that I wanted to become. And it took many years for me to actually understand, oh wait, shit. It's because I say that I'm, for example, the greatest artist coming from Belgium. But if I'm playing video games, if I'm smoking weed, if I'm chilling outside and doing no activities or only a little bit of activity that gets me kind of close to being aligned to that goal that I want to accomplish, then I will feel unfulfilled. This misalignment, from what I see, is something that a lot of people experience. And it's one of the most painful things because you're usually not even aware of that what is happening. It's like covered up in these small excuses. Oh, I don't have the time to do it. I want to do it, but I got all of these other activities that I'm doing. So what I did for myself to actually align myself as much as possible towards the goals that I had for myself, I created a timetable. A really simple timetable for me to follow. I remember it very well. It was the 1st of January of 2022. I was being dropped off to the nearest train station and I was pissed off that in the year 2021, I haven't made the progress that I wanted to make. I said I was going to quit smoking weed, quit watching porn, quit playing video games, but I didn't. I was still doing them. And on that day, I grabbed my Google Calendar and I just started filling up my day with the activities that aligned with getting closer towards becoming an artist. And I would start booking in the time where I would go work in my full-time job. And I would be booking in the time where I would be working on music, a time where I would be going to bed. And I would just start to map out my entire week the way that it was. Back then, I used to do it day by day. But there's something that you can do which is easier. And that is just to set a concrete schedule that you want to stick to that seems something that is aligned to achieving the goals that you want to accomplish. And the most important thing is to align yourself to those activities as much as possible. The unfulfillment that I experienced when I wasn't aligned to it was because of the fact that I had the goal, but I hadn't set it visually for myself to stick to and to follow through with it. But one of the things that you will experience in those moments, you are still aware, and I was in myself still aware that I wasn't that person yet. This is where you unlock the superpower of the mind, and that is to start seeing yourself already as that person. So I had written down a whole list of what you could call affirmations that I would read out loud to myself, where I said, I am the greatest artist coming from Belgium. I can do this. I am disciplined. I am confident. And I was just repeating all of those things every morning to myself, no matter how ridiculous they sounded, because deep down, I kind of knew that I wasn't that yet, but this is the power of the mind. The more you feed it the thing that you want it to have, the more it will start taking on that thing and start overriding all the other things that you have. You probably heard it already. Your environment dictates the way that your life is going to go. Now, if your environment is filled with people who think negatively and who think bad about themselves, who think that they're never going to achieve their goals, then you will eventually start thinking the same as well because you're constantly being exposed to it. Now, imagine taking that aspect away and you start inducing actually, or even if you can't take it away, but if you start inducing more of the positive things that you want into your life, the way that you want to see yourself, the way that you want to live, then eventually you will start to take on that belief that you have. The mind is a very powerful tool. Like, Everybody has been to school, I believe, and when we didn't want to go to school, we used to think that we were sick and we would act as if we were really sick. You know, you're calling in on school and like, yeah, I'm not feeling so good. And then throughout the day, you feel like, damn, I'm actually feeling a bit sick, when in fact you were super healthy. And this is only a small example of it. But I believe that you already have a lot of experiences that you can fall back to, where you can think like, yeah, fuck, when I used to think this about myself, I used to act in that way. And so this is what's so powerful about it as well, is that when you tell yourself that you are that person and you don't actually act as that person, you will feel bad. But that's good. You know, we have to start embracing and accepting that the pain that we experience from not doing the things that we said we were going to do is actually a good thing, because pain drives us more than anything else. Like, an accomplishment is nice and it makes me feel good. And every time that I had like a small win, it motivates me for a little bit. But what drove me the most to bring the most change in my life, and continuously even till this day helps me to bring more change, is when I'm pissed off, when I'm angry, when I feel like, fuck, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, I'm going to be aggressive and change everything that I need to change in order to be aligned to that what I want to do. Because for me right now, in this stage of my life, it's more painful for me to not be aligned to my goal than it is for me to be doing bullshit and to being feeling comfortable and indulging in instant gratification and making me feel cute in the moment. And so as I was taking on the belief that I'm capable of achieving the goal that I want to accomplish and putting in the time and effort to accomplish that what I want to accomplish for myself, then I experienced like some doubt still. I was like, fuck, can I even do this? But this is how confidence works. The more I showed up when I was in doubt and when I was insecure, the more I was putting in the repetition of actually doing the thing that I want to accomplish, making mistakes, learning from the mistakes that I was making, and as a result, getting better. Because the confidence doesn't come before you actually accomplish it. The confidence comes when you act while you are not confident. When you hate yourself while doing it, when you notice that you are not good at it, when you notice that your skills are lacking, when you notice that you gotta learn, when you notice that you gotta practice, that's when you are building up the confidence level that you want to build up. So if you want to be building up confidence as quickly as possible and overcome your doubts, you have to take massive action and expose yourself as much as possible to the thing that you want to get closer to. To give you like a little bit of a heads up, you will always doubt yourself. As long as you are setting the intention to grow and to become better, accept that you are going to be living a life filled with doubt and insecurity. It's never going to fade. As harsh as it sounds, it's the truth. Because I still today wake up every morning with this feeling of, fuck, can I even achieve the goals that I've set out for myself? Now my goals are to become financially free. I'm not interested in becoming an artist. I want to build up my own business. I want to be coaching people. I want to be sharing my wisdom. I want people to become consistent, overcome their doubts and overcome their insecurities so that they can make progress towards achieving the goals that they have set for themselves. But every morning I wake up, fuck, can I actually do this? Am I actually the right person to be teaching these people these kinds of mindsets? Am I capable of helping these people to get closer towards accomplishing their goals? And I start getting like all of these small excuses. Oh, I can be doing this. I could be reading a book to improve my knowledge. I could be going outside to like make sure that my mental health is okay. But all of those things are already at a good level. It's now a matter of me taking action when I'm feeling insecure and just going with it, because it's never going to fade. Eventually, at the end of the day of me taking action, even in this moment while I'm recording this video, I feel insecure and I feel doubt. But I know already that when I press stop and I review this video and I think to myself, fuck, this is amazing. And the fact that I've put in the time and effort to do this while I was doubtful and insecure makes me confident, because I have not given in to the weakness that was inside of me. And this is what you do continuously over and over and over again for the rest of your life. You will never really be able to overcome the doubts and insecurities. They're part of it. And we have to love them, because the moment that we are not feeling doubt and we are not feeling insecure is the moment we are being comfortable. So keep that as a little reminder, whether you're working full-time like me, and you still have to show up after work to put in the time and effort to build your business, to do whatever personal brand, whatever it is that you want to do, to even work out, to go to the gym, know that the fact that you feel those doubts and insecurities are good, you just have to show up and do it. And eventually the results will speak for itself. The results come over time. The comfort comes instantly. But the negative effect of the comfort is worse than the short-term pain that you will experience when going through the discomfort of showing up and being insecure and being doubtful about your capabilities and actually even the results that you will get. So have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, believe that you are more than what your mind is telling you, that you are capable of accomplishing the goals that you have set out for yourself, and never forget that. Do that every day, in the morning, wake up, do it. You feel insecure? Act. You feel doubtful? Act. You feel afraid? Act. That's your duty to get closer to accomplishing your goals. So with everything said, I want to wish you a very productive day ahead of you. By the way, in the comment section below, there will be a comment where I'm giving you an opportunity to book a free one-on-one call with me, where I will go through your situation and help you to create a system for yourself so that you don't have to do it by yourself, figuring out how to become consistent in your journey. So go check that out. Book your call right now. And always remember that you are 100% responsible for the results in your life. Make the hard decision today, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye-bye.